Okay, so this should be the last video. I think I now know why the writer Matthew, Mark, and Luke referred it to as Peter's mother-in-law's house. They had to be very careful. Now, if you go to Acts 12, referred to as Mary's house, and there's a lot of Marys, okay? And they were trying to protect Peter. In this case, they were trying to protect Mary, okay? And they eventually moved anyway. Okay, again, this is Matthew 8. At some point after Matthew 10, they would have had to move. But they don't want common names associated. Um, keep in mind, they're writing the stuff down. Okay, and they don't want it to be too obvious and traceable. Okay, that's why it takes wisdom to figure the stuff out, piece it together. So, um, yeah, so that explains why they did not say um, Mary, the mother of Jesus. Okay, they did not want. I think they were trying to protect. All right, and again, they moved anyway. And Peter, after Matthew 10, Peter's gone a lot, filling that mission Matthew 10. Okay, so um, So it just makes sense to over here we're gonna call it Peter's house, over here we're gonna call it Mary's house, okay? And there are specific reasons for that, given the scenario at the time they're writing. At the same time, they're trying to protect certain people during that time. So, so I think that's really what's going on here. Um, they're not trying to make it too obvious because they don't want to plainly state, okay, Jesus' mom was in the same house as Peter, in the same house as Mary, the wife of Peter, who's the daughter of Mary. They don't want to disclose that too much information, make it too obvious, and so in case guards are trying to find them, it's all to protect each one of them. Okay, so yeah, so this is the most difficult one, but yeah, again, I really think this is Mary, and I think a clue there. Um, oh, this translation says serve him. Okay, this begs. Okay, Matthew 8:15. Look at the Greek lexicon. Okay, Greek lexicon. Matthew 8:13. Right, 13, right, or 15. Okay, we go to 15. Okay, so was she serving or ministering? To serve. Okay, wait at a table. Administer, serve, use of the office of a server. See, English word deacon came about later, some point, but we really need to stick with the Greek here. Um, yeah, it's basically a servant. Minister. Okay. So intendant, minister. Okay. So figuratively teacher. Okay. Um, but anyway, right away, whether it's serving or ministering, right away, she she recovered and she starts serving right away or start ministering right away. I can see that being Mary. I don't know. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. So I think the writers were trying to not create an overlap, make it too obvious. You have to use wisdom, be able to piece this together. It's all part of that against the wisdom of the splitting the wheat versus the tares. Those who are the wheat, they're able to solve these things, whereas the tares not so much. Not that this splits um, those who perish versus those who don't, but the whole Bible is that way. It just splits. All right. So anyway, that's all I have. Thank you very much for watching, and I love to hear your thoughts too. So I'm a humble guy. So all right, thanks.